So, what's left to do when your truck is already on the road? Everybody, including you, the broker and the customer, want to know the truck's location. There are several ways to monitor the location on the road. The first one is ELD. ELD is an electronic login device used by commercial vehicle drivers to automatically record driving time and hours of operation to collect data on the vehicle's movement and miles traveled. ELDs inform drivers and dispatchers of driver status in real time to ensure fleet compliance, inspections and scheduling. ELDs consist of several parts, including a vehicle tracking device that connects to the truck, fleet management software and a mobile app. Beginning on December 16, 2019, all large commercial vehicles are required to be equipped with ELDs. On the screen you can see a screenshot from the browser-based ELD version of one of my clients. I can go in here and track drivers' locations in real time. It's very convenient. Not every carrier will give a dispatcher access to ELD. If you work with an owner-operator, he has no particular reason to give you access, so you'll have to use other ways. Next option is MacroPoint and other tracking software. When booking a shipment, brokers may ask for MacroPoint access. What does it do? It tracks the driver's location using GPS on his smartphone. Usually the broker will ask for the driver's phone number and send them a link or maybe ask them to download an app. The driver will be able to set a time period during which the broker can track him. Be sure, before you agree to MacroPoint tracking, that your driver is okay with letting the broker do the tracking. Well, the third way is just making check calls to the driver. You just need to ask the driver to let you know when he's on the major portions of the trip. Arrived at the pickup, started loading, left unloading, for example. You can arrange for the driver to call you or just text you. Then you'll text the broker and update them on the status of the shipment. Whichever method you agree upon with the broker, letting them know the location of the truck and estimated time of arrival, abbreviated as ETA, is very important in building a good working relationship. Even if the load is delivered on time and without problems, but the broker wasn't able to reach you and get updates, they might be hesitant to work with you in the future. Providing location updates is also especially important in order for you to be able to correctly and timely request detention from the broker. So, what is detention? It's a fee payable to the carrier for detaining or keeping the driver waiting during loading or unloading. Unfortunately, US law doesn't provide specific rules for payment of detention, but the industry standard is anywhere from $30 to $100 for each additional hour of detention after the first 2 hours. This means that in a standard situation, the facility has 2 hours to load or unload the truck. After that, downtime is paid for each additional hour. Because there are no generally accepted rules, brokers often look for loopholes to avoid paying for downtime. The best way to avoid getting trapped in a situation where your truck spends half a day unloading without getting paid extra is to negotiate the detention policy with the broker ahead of time, at the time of booking the shipment. You can request the broker to confirm their detention terms in an email or add information about it on the rate confirmation. For example, he can say that he will pay $50 an hour after the first 2 hours only if the driver arrives on time and the broker is notified on arrival. What to do if the truck is late or breaks down on the way? Well, in Module 7 we will get deep into details on the most common problems on the road. However, since we're dealing with the part of the dispatcher's job that relates to the load being in transit, it's not unreasonable to mention breakdowns and delays now. Unforeseen situations on the road happen all the time, and the best course of action when such a situation has occurred is to call the broker. In practically every situation, it's better to notify everybody in advance about the problem than to keep silent and hope for a miracle, especially if there is a force majeure. By notifying the broker in advance about the delay, you give them the opportunity to call their customer and negotiate a later appointment time for you.